Welcome back to Astoria, Ohio Model Railroad Club. Got some problems with the track here. It's been like this for a while. There's a high spot right in here. And on the side, this is the siding. There's also one right here. So these two are pretty bad. This one is okay. It's not as bad as this middle one here. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I don't know if you could see right where it says that's the high spot. There's a low spot. So if anybody want to do some teeter-totter, let me know. It's pretty bad. And I just move it that way a little bit. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but you can see the dip, and you almost can see how it's bent right in this area. Now you can see the low spot here, high spot, and just give you that reference right there. And again, this ain't too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and fix this one while I fix that one too. Okay, so I pulled all the nails out of here. The tracks ain't glued down, but I'll show you. I always look for a little gap, and I try to 99% of the time. Sometimes you can take a small straight screwdriver, just slightly pick on it a little bit, kind of like tease it. Don't get too aggressive with it where you just shove it, because I'm trying to reuse this track here. Okay, now you can see how it lifted up a little bit. So I use this is just from a Dollar Tree, and just go right up underneath of it a little bit, just kind of like finesse it a little bit, just kind of work with it. Or also use a putty knife. Just kind of all you gotta do. Just take your time and work on the one side. Now that's where the high spot is. I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to go too far, because I don't want to hurt the track just yet. So I'll come back here. Now, sometimes you can wiggle it around there. See how it just broke loose? And that's it. That's as far as I'm going to go, because I don't want to hurt that switch or anything. So, alright, I'm going to go and just solder it real quick. And now the track just came apart. And as you can see, both of those rail joiners are still in there. I didn't hurt the track any. We're good. I didn't hurt that track any. And all you have to do is just kind of clean the bounce off of it a little bit. Now if you had it glued down, that would be a mess. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing, and then I'll come back a little bit later. Okay, I know I jumped ahead, sorry, but I'll show you how I did this. How I did this one, I'll do it to this one here. So anyway, I had to cut out a piece of cork, but I was sanding that first, and I wasn't getting nowhere with it, so I just cut it out. So I had to take a good chisel and chisel this side down, and just chisel this here a little bit down until I kind of got it flat, sanded it. Looks pretty dang good. So I put my track on top, I soldered it back in, and soldered it here. And so I had to use some styrene plastic, because it was too low here. So I used like 20 thousandths, and it filled it in just fine. I had to do it twice here on this one side, but no big deal. And this side feels pretty good. So let's go ahead and run a train and see if it comes apart. or derail.
Woohoo!
Okay, we got it. So I got a new problem. Okay, I'll show you the new problem. I gotta fix this, and as soon as I'm done fixing this, I got one more. Okay, my new problem, I gotta work on this section here. Same thing down there, I got a high spot, very low spot here. I'll show you what I had to do. It's kind of dark, but you can see where it's been pieced together and everything up here. I screwed everything down, but somehow in one little section, I got a low spot. So I'm gonna get rid of this kink I got here because my LCD's been kicking in. So I'm just gonna cut the track straight here. I'm gonna take all this up, all the way around, about right in here where it's connected, and just cut the crossing out. I'm gonna redo this whole section here, make sure it's all level. And I think this one's okay, but when we're running trains, one of the club members is having problems. Now I can see why. So I gotta fix all this. See, a long time ago, this was an upper deck layout, and that's what happened. And you can see where it was cut. So that's why it's kind of wavy. So I gotta fix all that. All right. But I am really glad there's not a single train came apart here. We always had issues with this section here. Trains always coming apart. And so yesterday we took the backdrop down and seen it. So I'm gonna try to do my best here. Maybe I can sand this down. I got some 36 grit. I'm just gonna sand it, I think. All right. Well, me and my brother got this corner figured out. A little redneck engineering went involved.
Redneck science.
Okay, redneck science. I'll explain what we did. Yes, that is a car jack, if anybody wanted to know. And it worked. I had used this, 2x2. I had a piece of wood at the top so it doesn't go through the ceiling. And we jacked it and pushed everything down. And we ran a couple of screws through here. Ran a screw through this side here, even over here into it. So now, and there is no teeter-totter, but it's got wobble, but it ain't no teeter-totter. But it looks a lot better where I don't have to take anything out. But I might have to. I'm gonna run my steam engines, make sure there's no. Yeah, it looks like a kink to me, but I'm gonna run the 765s around just to make sure it's a-okay. If not, all I have to do is cut it here and a little bit here and splice it in. No big deal.
Ooh, I get my surprise Tuesday.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so now I'm working on this side. It's all done. I had to. I was sanding it, and I was like, forget it. So I chiseled this down flat, so now it's perfect through here. So I'll go ahead and put the track on real quick.
Action. I always hate doing that too. That's not fun. Oh, I see you putting this one in. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, I leveled it out.
Yeah, this does look a lot better.
Yeah. There's a little high spot, but
you got a high spot right here too.
It's be fine. Because when you push down, it goes away. Because I used hot glue.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the worst part is when these go inside your thumb.
Oh, I'm okay with that, but when it comes to the end scale, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The end scale goes inside your thumb.
Yeah.
And then you gotta pull it out of your skin. So when I do end scale, I had to use like, what do you call it, snips, and then slide it in carefully without missing and hit my fingers. HO is so much easier. But N-scale, you got more room.
I just heard a lot of people like, what are you doing?
That's what I was just saying too. Like, what are you doing that for? Why are you making them smaller?
I'll show you. This is an old school trick I had a guy show me.
Oh, that's cheating. That makes it so much easier.
This is see how it's flush?
Yeah.
So I'll try to get these to go in. No, did I don't know if I did or not. No, I forgot.
Nope, you missed it.
Oh, that's right, because I was running a train around here and I lost my focus.
It happens.
Here we go.
There you go. You got the solder to move. I saw that right on camera too. You can see the solder move with it.
And now what do I do with there it is. Now what you do
Oh, that's slick.
then what you do, you pull this down just a smidge, and that way you got a gap on both sides a little bit.
Not too big of a gap, just the right size
Just-
gap in here.
And that's perfect right there. That's an old school trick. That way you don't have to come up in here and now flex track, that was easy, but when it comes to the harder stuff, you're not gonna move it.
No. Especially when it comes to N-scale track and you're trying to get it to slide in and it moves on you and it twists and it bends because the flex track is
Yep.
super flimsy. But I got it in the army base and I got that set. Now it's gotta finish the coal yard.
There's that one. Now I want to double check. Yeah, I need to push that way a little bit. Looks pretty good. Perfect. Okay, now new.
Oh yeah, the Lowe's hammer I bought.
Uh-huh.
I freaking love it.
That's what this is.
Yeah, same thing like he's got. Mine's just newer. I haven't used the Bill's hammer yet, that one he gave me.
Oh yeah.
I want to fix it up a little bit though, because the hammer side up top is kind of loose.
Okay.
I gotta weld it a little bit.
So now, go ahead and pause that. Is it paused? I was just making sure.
Thought about doing the diamond crossing like that for 10 hours, just for maybe people might enjoy that too.
And it's not copyright, and that's why I have it on there.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like, because it's train sounds, and plus it says it's for sleeping and stuff, which is pretty sweet.
That is dead level. No more derailments.
Nice.
And that used to be my father's. That's what he used to pound down the nails at one time on his
Yep.
layout.
Heck, nobody he didn't do that on his line now. I think he used like screws or something like that. Yeah.
But when he had HO back in the 70s.
Yeah, that's what he used right there.
Yep.
He did that on our brothers too as well. Richard and Kenny. He did the exact same thing with theirs. So, and mine too.
Well, I think this is gonna conclude the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. So now tomorrow I'll come out here and I'll do the ballast work and everything, and hopefully no more train derailments.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right.